I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated.
Good morning, Longhorns. Happy Monday. Today we begin our second 9 weeks of the first semester. I know it was our first 9 weeks, were a little challenging and difficult. One, because you were just starting high school, and two, because we started virtually. And so it was pretty new for all of us. I know we ended the year virtually, but this was different and more challenging for all of us. But we completed the first 9 weeks and we did great, and we're going to continue to do great. So today, for those of you who did struggle the first 9 weeks, we are going to start off with a clean slate. And I know you're going to start strong as of today, and you're going to finish strong. So I will remind you, students, that in high school, we are by semesters. So your classes will end the first week of January or second week of January, as soon as you come back from the holidays. And then you start new classes. And if you are not successful in your classes and you do not receive your credit, you will have to repeat the course. And unfortunately, we do not have summer. So once again, you're starting strong today, and we are going to finish strong. Also, some of you will be coming to campus. And for those of you who still want to come to campus and your parents haven't had a chance to call, that's okay. Remind them to call the school so we can get your schedules going and you can start as soon as possible. Well, as you have experienced, the first 9 weeks have flown by, and they were challenging, like I mentioned already. And these second 9 weeks are going to fly by just as fast, and there's going to be a lot more things going on. So beginning tomorrow, we will be benchmarking for English. It will be virtual. And then in December, we will be STAR testing, end of course. You will also have 2 holiday vacations, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And you will find out who your president will be for the next 4 years. So these second 9 weeks will be exciting and very busy as well. Some of you will begin coming to school, and some of you will remain remote. But all in all, your education will continue. And remember that what you put into your studies is what you will get as a result. So continue to work hard, study, ask questions, communicate with your teachers. It's very important for you to email them and communicate with your teachers if you are struggling, and share important school information with your peers. The next 9 weeks these 9 weeks, are very important. And by now, you know exactly what you need to do and what is expected from you. So do the best that you can. And I know we will finish strong. Continuing, as I mentioned before, you will be STAR testing very soon, and I need for you to look at the schedule. So if you are kind of listening to me, but not looking at the screen. I need for you to look at the screen and pay attention to the schedule that we have up. I would recommend for you to take a picture of the schedule. That way you know exactly when you will be STAR testing. Okay, so as I mentioned, tomorrow you will be, if you are taking English, you will be benchmarking for English virtually. So you will still be taking your test on the computer, online, at home if you are at home. On November 6th, you will be benchmarking for biology. However, that benchmark will be on campus. So we expect everybody who is taking a biology class to come to campus and take the benchmark exam here on campus. On November 5th, we have the algebra. So if you have pre-AP algebra, which is the 18-week course, you will be benchmarking on November 5th. So look at the dates, and these two dates are two very important dates that we need for you to plan ahead and make arrangements with your parents if you are a car rider. And if you are a bus rider, then we will have transportation for you. But we do expect you to come to campus. And once again, it's for those students who are taking these courses this semester. For your STAR exams, for English, your STAR exam will be December the 8th. For biology, December 10th. And for algebra, December 9th. And all these exams will be on campus. So I'm going to repeat it several times because you do need to plan ahead. And that's why I'm saying, students, to make sure that you take a picture of this schedule, because I need for you to prepare and plan ahead as to what you need to do. So for the benchmark students, we want to have a trial and see how it's going to go, because for the real exam, we don't want any issues and we want to be ready. That way, when you come in, you know exactly where you need to report to and what you need to do to ensure your great successes on that exam. Remember, you will need to pass 5 STAR exams to graduate, and 3 out of the 5 are taken your freshman year. If you took algebra as an 8th grader, then you are only responsible for taking 4 exams, which will be your English, your bio, your U.S. history, and your English 2. Also, please note that if you do not pass your STAR exams, you will be placed in a STAR class next semester, and the elective of your choice will have to be removed. So, for instance, if you are taking ROTC right now and there is no space because you're taking other core classes, then we will have to remove ROTC and put in the STAR class. The STAR class will be by subjects. So, for example, if you do not pass biology nor English, then you will be required to take 2 STAR classes. And so then we will be taking away 2 elective courses. So that's why it's very important for you to do everything in your part. I can ensure you that your teachers are doing everything they can to make sure that you are going to pass and do great on these exams. But they are a graduation requirement, and we start testing this year for those graduation requirements. And we don't want you to struggle or start falling behind in any way. So once again, I want you to make sure that you do take a picture of your test dates. That way you are ready to test here on campus on those days that we mentioned. Also, just a reminder on your English exam, I want to remind you to please make sure, since you are testing tomorrow, apply all the strategies and make sure that you are using the dictionary. Remember, it is allowed. You can use your dictionary for the English test. And you can also use the calculator for your algebra. And I don't want you to get confused, students. For the algebra, those students who are testing for algebra are only those students who are taking the pre-AP algebra, which is the 18-week course. Further, beginning tomorrow, per UISD new guidelines, all students, school employees, and visitors who are on campus will be required to use Dr. Al's screening and monitoring tool to check in daily for classes and any officially sanctioned student activities. So basically, students, staff, and visitors entering the school will be able to electronically check in by answering a list of questions to screen for symptoms and history of COVID-19 exposure on Dr. Al before entering. The district highly encourages you to download the Dr. Al app and create a free account to get started, as it is the easiest method. Downloading the Dr. Al app creates a quicker and easier experience for the daily check-ins. We will also have an easy access QR code in the entrance of the school, so you can check in and answer the questions immediately. So once again, students, I'm going to remind you that when you come into campus for your benchmarking and your STAR exams, if you are still virtually taking your school classes, you do need to do the Dr. Al. So all of you have to get the app online, or you can, when you come in, you can also use the QR code. But I do recommend for you to do the Dr. Al app. That way you have it ready for when you come onto campus. And lastly, this week on Friday, we encourage you to wear your favorite superhero outfit or shirt. Show your respect for all our first responders superheroes. And as always, and I will always remind you on Mondays, please have your cameras on. It's very important. Our teachers are checking daily if you are engaged and attentive. So we don't want your teachers to have to constantly remind you, turn on your cameras, turn on your cameras. That is an expectation, and we want the best for you, and we want to make sure that you are engaged and attentive. Respect each other, and remember that all your lessons are recorded. Submit your assignments on time, and make sure that you are logging in daily to all your classes. Attendance is very important. And now with Google Meet, when you go in and when you get out, you are being time stamped. So every time if you say, yes, I'm going in, well, we can go back to Google and check to see what time you logged in. So once again, you are being time stamped through Google now. And so every time you do go in, you are being checked. And the time that you log out, you are being checked as well. Always remember to make wise choices. Think before you act, post, and send any social media. And if you are receiving anything inappropriate, please make sure that you are reporting it. And this week's quote of the week is, today only happens once. Make it amazing. Today only happens once. Make it amazing. Lastly, remember that we are horns. We are honorable. We take ownership. We are responsible, and we never give up to be successful. Have a marvelous Monday and a wonderful week, Longhorns.